just want to ask, when was work of salvation completed, and why did this happen only to Pastor Quiboloy? Please enlighten me. Thank you.
The work of salvation was completed when I was set aside by the Almighty Father in 2 mountains in 6 years to produce a son. Because for the years from the fallen Adamic race, how we have fallen from the grace of the Almighty Father, we all became sinners. We lost the connection with the Father, and our connection now is with the enemy of our soul, Satan, Lucifer, the devil, who stole us from that relationship. That relationship must come back. It began in the Jewish age. They did not produce a son from the fallen Adamic race. Even the model was already given to them, which is the begotten Son who retrieved everything. And it should have been given to them. But they did not receive the spiritual component. They were only contented in the physical. And he came to the church age, the non-Jewish. For 1,935 years, they debated, they twisted, they covered, they made their own doctrines, they made their own dogmas, never produced a son to obey and to be the fulfillment of Revelation 21:7, until the calling came to me in the 70s and set aside into mountains in 6 years, especially in the Covenant Mountain, where he poured out unto me the sentiments of the Spirit of the Almighty Father. And I did not let any one of those vision revelations fall down to the ground until they were all completed, like a jigsaw puzzle, until the last piece was put into place. And I saw the whole meaning of what salvation is about, from A to Z, from Adam and Eve up down to the descendant of Adam and Eve that should be unappointed to receive what Jesus Christ, as the begotten Son, had retrieved from Satan, Lucifer, the devil, the ownership of humanity. And now it is in his hands, ready to be given to one who is appointed to become a son. I was given the chance. I could have failed, like them, those that were ahead of me in the church age. I used my freedom of choice. They used their freedom of choice. Adam and Eve used their freedom of choice. Jesus Christ used his freedom of choice. But he did not succumb to the temptation of the devil, because he is the Word made flesh, to retrieve, to redeem what we've lost. And now it is in his hands, ready to be given to the rightful heir. Anyone from the descendants of the fallen Adamic race is qualified. So I said, those ahead of me failed. In where they failed, after 1,935 years, I succeeded. I did not succumb to the devil. I overcame the serpent seed. I eradicated it by my freedom of choice. I said, I will follow the Father's will no matter what. So that's why enlightenment came, and the new agreement, the new covenant, that is, will be done on this earth, beginning with me. It was only beginning with the Son. That is, will is now done on this earth. And beginning with me became the standard of judgment and salvation for humanity. He sent me as his audible voice. When the sheep of the Father hears my voice, they follow it. And 33 years later, here we are. So what is completed is that he has produced a son that will be the fulfillment of the old and new covenant. So Revelation 21:7 specifically, he that overcometh shall inherit all things. He shall be my son, I will be his God. That is the beginning of the point of salvation. By the disobedience of one, all died, all became sinners. But by the obedience of one, and that's me, all are made righteous. That's the Father.